Hey guys, and welcome to Girls Frontline 2. So we do have more details for Lind and for the other details of the update. So this is the Belled Island broadcast episode 23 summary. So the new doll Lind is going to be a Sentinel class, a Kimbo AA-12 wielding corrosion doll Lind. So Lind's kit. So she resolves around stacking sugar. What do you mean sugar? Probably the name of the skill. To deal massive damage at the start of the battle, applies honey trap to all enemies. When number of stacks of sugar reaches a certain number, the afflicted enemy units immediately explodes. Okay, this is nice. Applying debuffs on the enemies and dispelling effects. Lind also has a support attack which deals AoE corrosive damage. So she is gonna be doing support together with Peritia. This is interesting. How to stack sugar quickly when enemies with honey trap dies, or when Lind or all allies deal corrosive damage. Lind will get sugar. Okay, so it's tied to the corrosive damage, which is not a problem for corrosion. One of Lind's AoE skills deals more damage the more number of stacks of corrosion she holds. This is kind of similar to the Jan's kit, which stacks tuning. So anyway, I'm off track. Additionally, Lind can use Sugar Overload to apply a special debuff. Ketoacidosis. The more stacks of ketoacidosis on enemy has, the higher corrosive damage it takes from Lind. Lind also has an extra command to deal more damage. One of her skills can apply debuff to all enemies in a fan-shaped area ahead of her, dealing AoE corrosive damage. The more debuff the enemy has, the more damage it deals. So this would be perfect for Mechty. How does Lind synergize with Mechty? Lind has a key that allows her to select one allied unit on the field. That allied unit will not be able to move or use any skills. However, in exchange, that allied unit can apply defense down against all enemy units in the battlefield. Interesting. So Lind's signature weapon increases damage based on the number of debuffs an enemy has, and further increases damage if it's a corrosive damage. Okay, so my thoughts on this is gonna be interesting, and this is I just do hope that she will complement Klukai as well, because from what I see, I think she is. But if Klukai is the hyper carry, probably she's the DPS, which is not the hyper carry, or probably the sub DPS of the group. Probably assume she's gonna be better than Peritia in terms of damage. So we will see. I think her kit has a lot of buffs and dispels and debuffs as well. So we have to see the actual kit, the details once she drops in CN. So off to Mechty's expansion key. So finally we get an expansion key for her. At the start of the battle, Mechty enters into a dreamwalk state and gains additional skill, Wake Up Order. If Mechty is in a dreamwalk at the start of the action, consumes all points of Confectance Index and gains Sleep Aid Kit at max stacks. For each point of Confectance Index consumed, cleanses one debuff from self and applies one stack of Dream Excitement to all allies for one round. So what is Dream Excitement? Okay, so if Mechty is in a dream walk, at the end of her action, for each stack of Sleeping Aid Kit held by her, one instance of Dream Bullet will be launched against the closest enemy. In addition, restores HP 10% of the attack and 1 point of stability for all allied units. So she becomes kind of a healer. But it's only 10%. And she does do a regen instability for all allied units. What I'm curious is, okay, we have Dream Excitement to all allies for one round. New effects for Mechty. Dreamwalk. Mechty will not be able to move, use active skills, benefit from cover damage reduction, nor she will be able to be controlled. When entering the state, applies Nightmare Shroud to all allied units. Deactivates patch mode and enters turbo mode. All allied units gain Dream Guardian. Okay, for every 10 points of Confectness Index consumed, applies Nightmare Shroud for all allied units. Wake Up Order is a known skill effect. Okay, Dream Bullet is still unknown as well. Existing effect for Mechty for reference is Patch Mode, Turbo, Dream Guardian. So these are the existing ones. The skill doesn't talk much in terms of Dream Excitement, which applies to all allies for one round. I'm actually excited for this. The last one is definitely going to be giving kind of a small sustain for, for Corrosion team and all of its allies. So we will have to see the new details of this again once everything is going to be out, once this is launched. Then we will have to see. So again, these were the slides that I mentioned earlier. So we have Lind. This is her event, Turbulent. Undercurrents. I like how she's being drawn here. Also, don't forget, we have Sharkery's swimsuit. So I do have the swimsuit. I just lack the accessories. So good for that purchase. So we do have this other variant as well. Plus, we do have some other updates, which will go here. So new outfits. Lynn's swimsuit outfit, GFL1 Legacy. The sun never rises. If you notice my what do you call this, my thumbnail, that is the GF1 Legacy swimsuit outfit. That's the original art. Added accessories to Sharkery swimsuit. Okay, holy moly, black or white pantyhose bodysuit with a swimsuit combo. Holy moly. Lind and Cheetah get their new oats. As I mentioned earlier, event added to the added Lena's fully rewritten event main story chapter 12.5 Intertwine Rush happens right after the events of Deep Oblivion, starring the Commander 404 Kalina and the Elmo. Added Chow Wei's partially rewritten event, non-main story event Echo of Dawn. So I assume we will be getting this in global as well. I doubt this will be included in the next patch coming in. So we will have to... It's actually coming in a few days. So more or less this will be added after. Optimizations, added auto battle sequence options to boundary push. Yes, we need this. And phase breakthrough. Added formation system into the peak value assessment. Real life events, GFL 2 will be attending Bilibili World 2025 in Shanghai from July 11 to 13. So final words for this update. The next big thing is heavily related to the summer patch, which is around the corner. It's actually June. Usually summer patches are around July or August. So, wait for that. TL notes they are either referring to the Big Dorm System, another major story event, or both. Or maybe I'm wrong. They're going to be surprising us with GFL3 or some nonsense. So this is something to look forward to. And hopefully, more or less you got the details for the current, for the next patch for CN. I'll be covering a lot more of Lind as we get more details on Lind's kit as it is, and also all the details for Mechty's mod key. Thank you guys for staying this far. Take care, stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.